This is so horrible, chat. Oh! Chat, this is the worst. You have no idea what kind of pain I'm in right now. None of you know the pain of streaming. It's just, yeah. I can't get out of my hexagons. Well. So we know that we shouldn't mess with shaders. I'm not messing with shaders! Yeah, I'm not touching shaders.
Please refresh,
I installed some stupid, unstable plugins.
Maybe we shouldn't mess with shaders.
I installed some unstable plugins. There's no one shady here except you, okay? You're all shady. And let me tell you something, chat. There's some really, really weird stuff happening to OBS. The thing is, right? In a normal scenario, also Dr. Padawan, I hope you're enjoying all those items. In a normal scenario, I could just install plugins like a normal human being and use those plugins. But for whatever reason, whenever I choose to use plugins, I always pick a plugin that's, for whatever reason, entirely unstable and screws up my entire machine. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. So the uptime is fairly accurate, I guess, seeing as it's running locally. Yeah. What can I say? Super annoying. And, you know, I wanted to actually show you something. I wanted to actually show you something fun. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Anyway, it's Monday, so this is just standard course for a Monday, in my opinion. Really. At this point, I think this is like pretty much a standard Monday. How is everybody doing? What's going on? What is happening? As they say, on the internets. If you're here for the first time, which would be very unusual, but it's possible. If you're here for the first time, then welcome in. Glad to have you here. If you're not here for the first time, then you'll just have to wait 25 seconds while I do a short little blurb about me. My name is Maddie. I'm a data person. I like streaming about data stuff. And on Mondays we host a news show called The Data Cafe. And today we're going to talk about a lot of different articles, in particular about Airbnb not managing their hidden camera situation very well, and a country that has banned rideable luggage, among other things. So lots of cool stuff to talk about.
Welcome in Ghost Daddy.
Hi, Ghost Daddy. So I think, yeah, I think that's all we need to get started.
Welcome, your host, Maddie Two Shoes.
Wait,
Wow.
was that an ad? Did we just have an ad play? How weird. Looked like an ad to me. But that can't be. We can't have ads. Because I was talking that whole time. Did any of you hear me? Did any of you hear me say anything? Because I was talking that whole time. How weird. Very strange. What was it? Welcome your host. Welcome your host? Almost 60% done with this degree. Maybe work on a project with you? With me? Ghost Daddy. What kind of project? If it's data analytics related, I mean... Wait, what? Welcome your host. What is this? Is there a clip? Did you clip it? Hi, Steffi. What do you want, Steffi? I don't even know what played. I was talking about the meme. I was trying to show the meme, and then no one was saying anything. My old intro. Okay, I need to go look at that afterwards. I need to check that out afterwards. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, I think that we can get started with the meme then, if that's okay with all of you. Your degree is in data analytics. You have to beef up the portfolio. Okay, Ghost Daddy. I mean, I could see it being a thing, yeah. Oh! What? That was such a short clip. Wait, did...
Wow.
What kind? I was too late to clip. Okay, but I know which video you're talking about now. Now I know which video you're talking about. Okay. Ah, okay. Interesting. This is really weird. There's something very odd. There's something super odd about OBS right now. I don't know what it is. It's very weird. It's so weird. It's like it doesn't remember something that I did. It's very weird. Anyway, enough of that. I will figure this out later. I'm probably going to uninstall a ton of stuff. I do have courses, Ghost Daddy, if you are interested. I have a live cohort called Decision Science. I generally recommend that people take it when they have a couple years experience, though. So I don't know if that's the right thing for you, if it is or if it's not. It's something we can certainly talk about if you like. Okay. It's time for meme of the day. Let's do it. All right. You have to change your running system. We have a son asking his father,
Welcome in Cypher Enigma.
Dad, is it wrong that I'm 14 and I believe in the Easter Bunny? Well, son, I'm 38 and still believe in right join. Do you feel attacked, right join? Right join is in chat today. So the next cohort dates are not set yet.
Welcome Infinitas Singularity.
They're going to be sometime in the winter. I don't know exactly when. Winter 2024, 2025. I'm not sure yet. The best thing to do is go to Maven. The best thing to do, okay, if you really want to know, the best thing to do is go to this page and just put your email in there. And then you will get the thing. Hi, Finite. Oh, Finite. We have a shout out for you. We have a little infinite shout out for you, Finite.
Now we're Siamese twins here. Now we're Siamese twins. We'll get out of studio mode so I can see it. So the middle, the one in the middle is my actual face.
Nice.
The one off to the side is got eye contact on, and I can go like,
oh, this is so creepy. Oh, so creepy.
I can like look in all directions, and it's just like I
love
and
this.
I gotta tell you, it's
That's so creepy, Finite. Thank you, Ghost Daddy. And welcome in Cypher as well to you. I don't think I said hello to y'all. Kara, Rugmat, Dr. Padawan, Steffi. It's good to see all of you. Yeah, Finite, I've been tweaking this layout a little bit. I've been doing some things. I don't know if you all noticed yet. Maybe you'll notice there's some little things that I've been doing. But Finite, I have a question for you. Do you know what could cause a conflict with OBS? That you're not able to view any context menus.
Bye.
Did you know that rewards are enabled on this channel? So if I subscribe to you, I get free Apple TV, but I can't subscribe to you. I know, we're going to talk about it too. We're going to talk about it too, because it was in Zach's newsletter, and I feel like we should talk about it. We should talk about it. So QT6, yes, and the thing is, right? The thing is, I can't get over a weird feeling that OBS has a major QT6 issue on Mac machines, and I simply cannot replicate it. It just happens sometimes, like today. I've now restarted OBS for the third time, and all day I've had no problem. I had OBS open all day. I could do really cool stuff. Like I could do everything in OBS, no problem. And as soon as I hit start streaming, QT just locks up. QT6 is a major issue with Mac machines, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it's completely untenable as a circumstance. Like, how can I run my stream and my content creation stuff on software that doesn't work? It's just a real issue for me. And I'm starting to get so frustrated with it because it's not the first time. It's not the first time. Like, restarting does nothing, and yeah, it's really... Yeah, I think I have to start not running Rectangle again, maybe, while streaming, to like limit the chance that something weird is happening, or I don't know. Anyway, so this is the meme of the day. In case you've noticed, you may have noticed something in the layout that has changed. If I switch between this layout and this one, you may notice a little thing. There's a clown. Where? Oh, Rescoder. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Where's the clown? I don't have a clown behind me. You may notice something. Have you found it, Rugmat? Have you found it? Do I need to keep doing it? You see my face in both.
Welcome in Res 1 Coder.
You were eyeing Finite. Of course you were. Finite is excellent. Finite is a fellow member of the Claw stream team, like myself. We are all educators in different shapes of forms. The avatars swap. That's right, Steffi. If you look closely, my avatar, my profile picture avatar, changes randomly. So now it's me, obviously, because when I'm screen sharing, I'm in the avatar. And now it's a different one. Yes, the mini face cam, indeed. You weren't the only person that said it though, Steffi. That's the funny thing. So meme of the day is done. Let's do this. Let's get started. First article of the day. Of course, privacy and ethics, a big topic on this stream. So let's talk a little bit about privacy and ethics first. And our first article with this very cheerful, jazzy, funky music. Airbnb. How many of you have stayed in an Airbnb in the last 3 years? How many of you have stayed in an Airbnb in the last 3 years? That's what counts. You were first. Yeah. I don't know how important first is. So I have not stayed in an Airbnb in the last 3 years. No, that's not true. I've stayed in one Airbnb in the last 3 years. However, Airbnb has a little bit of an issue, and I don't know if you're aware of this. Airbnb is failing to protect guests from hidden cameras. You maybe have seen a lot of like short videos on this topic, or even, I don't know, like some documentaries or docuseries or whatever. And now it is fully hit CNN. And when it hits CNN, it is fully mainstream. And the CNN article talks a lot about Airbnb's inability to protect guests. So let's talk about that a little bit. It was another lawsuit brought by another victim whose fun-filled vacation turned into a voyeuristic nightmare. A woman was secretly recorded undressing at a rental property, her images stored on the computer of an alleged sexual predator accused of spying on unsuspecting renters for years. Airbnb, one of the world's largest short-term rental companies, had seen this sort of scenario before. Typically, the company seeks to settle hidden camera cases quickly and confidentially. Why? Because then nobody knows about them. No bad publicity. But this one played out differently. An Airbnb representative testifying at a court-ordered deposition early last year offered a rare glimpse of the company's hidden camera problem. Airbnb has generated tens of thousands of customer tickets related to surveillance devices in the last decade. In the hours-long deposition, the Airbnb employee also revealed that when a guest complains of a hidden camera, the company doesn't, as a matter of practice, notify law enforcement, not even when a child is involved. Can you believe this, Chad? The company may, however, reach out to hosts about complaints and move law enforcement experts could hinder criminal investigation because it gives the suspects time to destroy evidence. How backwards is this system? When you find a hidden camera in an Airbnb, and Airbnb's response is, oh, let's tell the host about this rather than call the police. Airbnb's corporate strategies have been aimed at preventing regulation of the short-term rental market to allow the company to distance itself from responsibility for guest safety and privacy. Thousands of images have been recovered from short-term rental hosts by law enforcement. Hidden cameras placed in bedrooms and bathrooms show guests during their most private moments, changing clothes, being with their children, and even having intercourse, according to CNN's review of court and police records, as well as interviews with 24 guests who found surveillance devices at short-term rental properties or were told by police that they had been secretly recorded. Inner join. That's right. Victims say they live under a shadow of fear that those private moments will become internet fodder. This is not my social security number or my email address. This is my naked body, said one woman whose host secretly recorded her having intercourse with her husband at a cottage in Texas. I mean, this is horrible. So, let's look a little bit here. Airbnb has known about the problem for at least a decade and has repeatedly notified its shareholders of the issue in annual reports since the company went public. So basically for 10 years, Airbnb has been notifying everyone, its shareholders, that there is this problem and there's nothing being done about it. Zero. Big fat nothing. Nothing. Acceptable? No, it's unacceptable. We were aware of it. There were an abundance of cases coming in, said one former Airbnb employee who has to remain anonymous. The employee whose team dealt with safety and privacy issues said hidden cameras were among the group's top concerns. Despite those concerns, the company for years allowed video surveillance by hosts in common areas if the cameras were disclosed to guests. And this is a different story. This is not the same thing. If you're telling people they're being recorded when there's a big sign in front or a sticker or whatever, that's a bit of a different story than secretly filming someone from a charger. I'm sure there's many people that have left the room having no idea that they had been recorded. Le Brumont described feeling angry and disappointed by the experience. It felt really gross. Like, this is not an obvious surveillance device, right? When you look at this, at first glance, I don't think it's very easy for you to see that there's actually a camera right here. Right there. Sorry, I'm just gonna move this so that this is actually accurate. Right there. How many of you would have seen this? I wouldn't. I'm very observant, and I probably would not have seen this. I don't think I would have seen this. I really don't. Airbnb seeks to compel complainants, or people who complain, into arbitration, a process that hides cases from public view, according to 6 attorneys who represented clients in cases against the short-term rental platform. When a settlement is reached, Airbnb has required users to sign confidentiality agreements, which bar them from discussing details of the deal. Airbnb told CNN its use of arbitration and non-disclosure agreements are standard practices within the industry. Of course. Yep, of course. So there's lots of people here telling their story. And basically, for me, personally, I think that Airbnb, in my opinion, is just as culpable in this situation as the people doing the filming. Why do I think that's the case? Very simple. If you have a hotel room, the hotel room and the brand behind that hotel stands for what the room is like and the facilities they offer. And an employee working for that hotel, if that employee does something, the hotel is responsible, right? The hotel is a brand and like the what do you call it? Authority figure? I don't know what you want to call that. And basically, the employee working for the hotel reflects badly on the hotel, not the employee necessarily, not only, right? So short-term rental properties, Airbnb is like the kind of roof organization that has all these properties under its market, right? When you look at all these different properties, you don't necessarily think, oh, I'm booking a cottage in Texas from Leah and Mark. I'm actually booking an Airbnb that happens to be run by those hosts, right? So I think that Airbnb is very culpable and very responsible for what's happening here. I think it's a big problem. It's a really big
Welcome
problem.
in Theo Fallon.
Hello, Alan. Does the same logic apply to car rental companies? If a drunk driver hits someone? It's a good question, Alan. It's a very good question. I suppose the difference is that when you rent a car... Okay, let's go one step further. When you rent a car from a car rental company, you're renting a car from a car rental company, but it also happens to be a certain brand of car. So if you rent, I don't know, if you rent a Toyota and you cause an accident and kill someone, does Toyota get bad branding from that? Interesting. I think it's an interesting discussion. But I didn't get the memo. Companies like Airbnb and Uber get all the cash, but none of the responsibility. This is the way. Yes. It's different because the driver is the consumer, not the employee. If a car rental employee was drunk and hit someone when pulling your car into... Yes, exactly. That's right. So if the car rental employee gave you a car that had a cut brake line, they would be responsible for an accident. As a car rental company, right? They would be, yeah. Yeah, that's how I think about it. Exactly. Exactly, Finite. So yeah, I see Airbnb as being responsible, right? These properties are listed on their website. They say that they vet their hosts. They say that they have their security. Now, it's an interesting conundrum because way back when, many of you will remember, I used to have a startup. And as part of that startup, we said, oh, there's going to be people cooking and there's going to be people eating. What about food safety, right? Now, you could argue the same thing, that our brand, if we consider our brand here, okay, at the time, I won't name the brand anymore, but let's say our brand, and then you have all of these little hosts, right, on the site. And now someone books a meal from these people, right? They book this, they pay money for that. What are they actually paying us for? What are they paying us for? And the answer that we came up with, which protected us from liability and protected us from having to deal with exactly this issue that Airbnb does, is that we say we are responsible only for the platform and not the contents of what people prepare. And I'm sure that Airbnb would like to make the same argument, that Airbnb, you're only paying for a facilitation fee, but Airbnb can't make this argument. They can't make this argument because they do so much work with hosts. They send a photographer to the host's house to stage it properly for photos. They do so much work with hosts to make their property seem attractive to the site that it isn't a simple service fee anymore that you're paying Airbnb for. You're paying Airbnb for a service fee for the platform, but also for acquisition of hosts and marketing of the hosts, which means that they are definitely in some level responsible, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, interesting discussion. Let's talk about a short piece of information that those of you within Switzerland will be interested in. This is not actually Swiss news specifically. We have a segment for Swiss news later. I have something about Swiss news, but if you are operating in Switzerland, there are new consent requirements for traffic in Switzerland as of July 31st, as of last week on Wednesday. If you are a partner using Google advertising products, aka a company, advertising using Google, you will be required to obtain Swiss users' consent to the use of cookies or other local storage where legally required, as well as the collection, sharing, and use of personal data for the personalization of ads. This is a kind of major change because this previously wasn't detailed in this, let's say, black and white text. Now it is irrefutable and the truth that you will need to do this. So if you are operating in Switzerland, if you're a company in Switzerland, I highly, highly urge you to have this checked if you have not already had this checked, because there's a chance that you are not compliant, and that would be a big problem. So yeah, new consent requirements for companies doing advertising with Google in Switzerland. Anyway, just a short information. Let's talk about a petition next in the EU. And I have a question for you all. How many of you are gamers? One in chat if you are a gamer of any kind. I'm definitely a gamer. I've been playing, after some time of being away from the game, I've started playing No Man's Sky again. I don't know about all of you. So I'm definitely a gamer. 0.5, I want to game but have no time to game. 1, Minecraft. Excellent. I also play Panther World, which is a great game. It's a fantastic game. I don't know if all of you know about Panther World. It's incredible. Great game. If you were a gamer at some point in time, or you're a gamer now... Oh, you just got taxed? Yeah! Nice. Let's go take a look. I want to see. Did you get taxed? Did you get taxed hard? Ooh! Ooh! Irradiated 7-leaf clover. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh, that is some severe taxation going on there, Dr. Padawan. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, don't worry. You'll find out soon enough. You'll find out soon enough. Anyway, if you have at any point played a game and it no longer works because it needs to be connected to the internet, then maybe this petition is for you. Because the EU has a petition underway, a so-called European initiative for preserving video games. And if one people sign this petition, there is potential that it actually becomes law. So what is this about? Well, basically this is about if a game becomes unplayable. Now keep this word in mind because we're going to come back to this word because we don't know what unplayable necessarily means. But if a game becomes unplayable, it could be because its servers have been shut down. Like Titanfall 2, for example. And so when the games goes dark or don't work anymore, you obviously can't play the game anymore, which is very anti-consumer, but also all the work from the people that worked on the game goes gone, right? Just disappears. So the statement is that, and you know, the EU is very consumer protective, if you're not aware already. We paid for a product, much like a book, a movie, or a song, and so ideally, logically speaking, we should be able to use that product as long as we want, until either the product breaks or we don't want to use it anymore. Not because a game studio decides to shut down the server. So one way that they are going to combat this is to propose a new law, which has a European citizens initiative. 1 million citizens in the EU has a chance to become a law. The law would require publishers that sell or license video games to leave said video games in a functional, playable state, even in the event that the servers are shut down or the studio would close. So this is the question: what does a playable state mean? Or it was a license all along. The same goes for cloud companies. If they go bye-bye, they should open source their stuff. This is a very, very big debate. I'm not expecting to solve this now, like in one stream or something. But what does playable state even mean, right? If we talk about playable, what do we say? What is a playable state? It's a complete and total nightmare if you don't have a game that works anymore, right? So when you're talking about a game, we're talking about mostly games that have some kind of internet connectivity tied to it, right? So you have a game that you can boot. That's the first stage of a game, is starting it up. And then you have the second phase, which is some kind of connection. And then there's actual play, right? And I think, in my opinion, what the initiative is kind of going for is this has to work, like no question. You have to be able to boot, you have to be able to connect somehow, even if it's a local connection, has to be able to do that. But then with play, somehow for me, there's like multiple permutations of what play could mean. Is play like the starting soon screen? Like you can still experience a cinematic trailer, right? Like a cinematic trailer or something? Or is this going to be, I can play a solo, right? And the problem with solo is, what if it was a multiplayer game to begin with? How do you even have a solo game? Like, what's a solo mode? What if you have Call of Duty? Call of Duty, DMZ, solo. There's literally no point. You run around fighting nothing. What if there's no bots? You're just on a map on your own. There's no point. There would be 0 point to this, right? Or is it, is it multi? Is it multiplayer? Should it be connectable to other players? In which case, you have to deal with things like security and all that stuff. So you're right, Finite. Who's going to enforce this on a company that goes out of business? I think they're talking about doing this before the company is out of business. So in the article they're talking about, the publisher would need to provide resources for the game once they discontinue it, while leaving it in a reasonably functional playable state, like allowing people to host it themselves, etc., etc. But this would also apply to games during the development cycle. So, where were they saying this? There was something about when they. There was a mention, maybe it was in the initiative itself, but basically there's a whole thing about how they design the game so that it can be deprecated. That's the idea. So yeah. Also, interestingly enough, which is why this initiative is probably not going to pass, by the way, it also applies to games that have paid microtransactions in them. So it's, for example, Fortnite is free, but if you buy a skin in Fortnite, which is a paid-for feature, the logic is that you should be able to use that forever, indefinitely, which means they would need to be able to keep Fortnite alive forever. In reality, this is going to turn into AAA companies with AAA budgets doing whatever the bare minimum to comply is, which will likely lead to unplayable games when this happens, and smaller devs will no longer be able to publish any kind of online multiplayer game, as they'd never have the ability to commit to this. Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Finite. And even more so, I agree with Cypher's comment here. It will get 1 million signatures and go no further. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. It will get 1 million signatures and that's where it's going to stop. I don't think it's going to continue. I don't think this has a future, chat. I don't see how it can have a future. Anyway, speaking of future, let's talk about something interesting. Let's talk about the big copyright looming question. So many of you know, I don't need to go like all the way back into history here. There is a very big battle brewing right now between companies that have trained some kind of AI model with images, video, or music, audio of some kind from somewhere. And there is a very, very big battle brewing right now about what constitutes fair use. The battle, to be very clear, the battle is about the definition of fair use. The battle is not how much people should be paid, whether it's ethically or morally correct or not. The legal battle is one of fair use. That is the battle we are having. The starting salvo of this battle has been two companies now in the AI music space, Suno and Udio. We've used Suno in the past. We've even played a couple songs on stream. Suno and Udio have been targeted with copyright infringement lawsuits. And now they've gone on the record and they've said that their training methods fall under fair use. That is their standpoint. That's what they are saying. They've even gone further What? Michael? Hello.
What are the odds?
They've even accused record companies, the record labels, that filed these copyright infringement suits of attempting to stifle competition within the music industry. Hey Cypher. God, this overlay is absolutely clowning on me. Your drawing over the sidebar broke my brain for a solid 30 seconds. We've done it, chat. We've done it. We've successfully duped someone that they're watching the actual Twitch interface. Can you believe it? You know what I'd like to do, Cypher? I'd like to play an ad for you. I'd like to play an ad for you. Were you here for the ads earlier? Finite, where does it say that Panther's streaming? No. None of them are live. None of them are live. None of these people are live. They're just team members. Do you know what's coming? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm not sure that you know. You're streaming right now. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I can't edit the source. I can't edit the source while I'm live. Wait. I can't edit the source while I'm live. I need to do something different. Because OBS is not allowing me to do stuff. Where is that video? I'm looking for... I can line up 2 dominoes, sometimes 3. That's amazing. To ask you a question while I'm just sorting this out. Who of you is going on vacation in the next couple weeks? And where are you going? Are you going on vacation? Good to see you again, Rawson, by the way. I was at the Olympics doing some air gun shooting. I'm unemployed but considering a road trip. Does that count? I mean, is a road trip a vacation for you, Alan? Also, I had no idea you're unemployed. That's interesting. Is that by choice? Okay, we're just gonna run it. We're just gonna run the ad with the existing thing. I think it's not, I believe the target was finite distance from your shot. The video would probably be a different one. But I can do it with this one. Let me just show you how immersive this is. If you want it to be immersive, then this is how immersive it has become. I can actually now run ads on my channel, despite the fact that this is an unaffiliated channel. Even though that this is actually... We are an unaffiliated channel, meaning that we don't have monetization, but I can still run ads. Watch, look, I can run an ad right now. Ready? Run an ad.
Garbage.
Welcome your host, Maddie Two Shoes.
Intel inside.
See? I told you I can run ads. For anything. Is this the national anthem? Of what? Of what? You know where the like the
Oh,
video
no.
starts and it's like welcome to my channel and I'm telling you all about my amazing setup today. Like it's just I don't like why does the video need to be turned up to 11? Like is there a reason for that? I don't understand why it has to be. Anyway, so if you would like me to include an ad for something, plugins for OBS, if you would like me to include an ad for something on my stream, then just send me a short, maximum 30-second clip, and I'm happy to feature it as an ad on my channel. That's the gist of it. So basically, I would like to have our own ads. Yes, I will also have my ads. But it will be our ads. We will advertise each other. Self-run ads. Making ads great again. That's what we're going to do. What is the catch in the grass? There's no catch. There's no catch. They are promotional ads for promoting things that we actually want to promote. I don't care about Apple frickin' TV frickin' thing. Should we have ads for each member of the Claw? I mean, we could. Certainly could. You could have ads for anything you want. Anything you want. Anything goes.
Welcome and fix it.
As long as it's TOS friendly. I fix it. Like, we could have an ad for Fix It.
Just read the chat and wrap it up, or just read the chat and wrap it up. I'm a Rap Panther.
Alright, let's see a clip from Panther then. Let's see a clip. Come on. It's the intro. It's the intro. So you're suggesting we shouldn't apply for affiliate to avoid ads? No, Rez. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you should very carefully consider why you are streaming. What is your reason for streaming? Once you have your reason for streaming, once you have your reason why, then you can decide if affiliate is right for you. For me personally, I was affiliate for a long time. I was affiliate for almost 3 years. And then I decided on reflection that it's not the right thing for me. Affiliate isn't the right thing for me and my channel. I stream for the channel points. Ads are just a pleasant upside. Upside? I think that you can do a lot of automation without channel points, but it's significantly harder. It's significantly harder.
Shed_dev.
Jeddev, hello! Oh no. Wow, that's cursed. Looks like a volcano detonated on my head. What was that? What was that? Oh my word. Jeddev, it's so good to see you again. Oh, I did it. I totally did it, chat. That is a painting. Absolute painting. So you see what I mean? Okay, yes, Fix It, there are emotes too, but we also still have 5 emotes as follower emotes. There's still 5, and you know what they say about exclusivity, right? If something is exclusive, it makes it more desirable. So in theory, my emotes are more desirable. And I'll be honest with you. I could show you my emote statistics from 3 years. It's not worth it. It's not worth going out and spending however much you spend to have emotes made, or however much time you do to make emotes. It's simply not worth it. It is not worth it. For the amount that people use the emotes, it's not worth it by a long shot. It's really just not. Finite emotes are worth it. I just don't think that my emotes are worth it. Like I said, it's a very personal decision. It's about your channel. What do you have to do to stop being an affiliate? Alan, it's very simple. You go to Twitch's website. There is a contact form. You select the options in the contact form that say, I want to stop being an affiliate. I want to cancel my affiliate agreement. Boom, bada boom. Within maximum, I think, 3 days, they respond to you and you're it. That's it. You're removed. Simple. That's all. Not even that complicated. Simple. So that's it. Anyway, let's talk about copyright. The problem is I'm considering a plugin that would charge bits. Okay, so that's one restriction that you'll have, Alan. If you have a plugin and you want to charge bits through it, then yes. That if you have a Twitch extension that uses bits, very hard to test, but you can test extensions without bits. No more Maddie in jail on the Matrix. It's true. Except for me, of course. See, I still have access to all the emotes. That's what's really funny. Anyway, let's talk about copyright. So, Suno and Udio, whatever names these are being targeted by the record industry. Both companies admitted to training their music-generating AI models on copyright materials. But they're saying that it's lawful, under fair use. Yeah, see, Captain Coder is entirely independent. So, you know, it's just one of those things, chat. Like, you can do it. You can do it. So they've admitted to doing something. They've admitted to using copyrighted materials, but they're saying that it's fair use. Okay. So the lawsuits, just to recap this, the lawsuits are from the Recording Industry Association of America, which is a group that represents major record labels like UMG, Sony Music, and Warner. Cheddev, it's your first time with the new theme. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it. There's all kinds of little Easter eggs in this theme. And there's going to be more and more to come, Cheddev. More and more to come. For example, if you look at the profile icon, it changes every time. See, now it's me again. Now it's a different one. It changes every time. And also, when we do a shout out for someone, so if we do a shout out for Trash Puppy, for example, check this out. See what we have there? The little purple highlight?
Lord of O'Clints. I know that we should call it, and I know the box art.
Lord of the
It's a
Clints.
family, O'Clints. Lord of O'Clints. Are you sure it's not Lord of the Coon? It could be Lord of the Cunts.
Oh no! Wow, that was a bad word. I had a feeling it was coming.
The list. Jonah, the list came from the internet. The international network.
Yeah, that's not.
Anyway, so the scale of this copyright infringement suit is massive. They are seeking damages of $150,000 for every work infringed. So let's do quick math, chat. If they harvested, let's say, 7 million titles. 7 million titles, okay? Easy math. 7 million times 150,000 would be 1. Sorry, what is this? Million, billion. What's above billion? Trillion? $1 trillion of damages. 1 trillion. 1 trillion. That's how much they say the damage is from these companies. Now here's the thing. Divided by, no. It's multiplied. It's multiplied, Roadmap. 150,000 for every work. 1 point... What? That can't be. No. That can't be. There we go. 1.05 trillion. Okay, so it's a lot. It's a lot of money. So what is the response from Suno and Udio? The response is they are opposed to competition. They don't like us because we're competition. Okay? Helping people generate new artistic expression is what copyright law is designed to encourage, not prohibit. Under long-standing doctrine, what Udio has done, use existing sound recordings as data to mine and analyze for the purpose of identifying patterns in the sounds of various musical styles, all to enable people to make their own new creations, is a quintessential fair use under copyright law. Learning is never infringing. It never has been, and it is not now. Now here's the thing. Here's the debate, chat, and I've said this before. This debate is about fair use, right? This debate is about fair use, but most importantly, the fair use debate is about speed. Because no one out there is saying right now that if you go to an art course or a music course, let's stay on topic with music. No one is saying that if you go to a music course today and you practice playing a very famous piece by 50 Cent, and eventually you perform this piece so well that it sounds exactly like 50 Cent, no one could ever argue that it is copyright infringement. It's simply not possible because you spent however many months or years even practicing it. The problem is that an AI can do the same thing at 1,000 times or 10,000 times the speed of a human. And this is the problem that we're facing. It has accelerated learning to the point where we can emulate other things so well that it is hard to distinguish from the original at scale. And that is what this debate is about, chat. What do you think the outcome's going to be, chat? What's your take? What do you think the outcome of these copyright cases, let's stick to music for the moment. What do you think the copyright case outcome is going to be for music? Do you think that is going to be do you think it's going to be deemed fair use? Do you think that Suno and Udio and all these other 4-letter startups involved with music learning, do you think it's lawful for them to take a library of 10 million songs, train an AI on it, that can then make almost exact replicas of those songs and say it's okay because we can create new stuff with it? You know? I don't think that's how that works. The music is still copyrighted, even if you do your own performance and the performance gets a copyright. Like, you have to have a mechanical license to even perform it. Yes, I've heard that before. I've heard that term, mechanical license. That has come up because of the new DJ program on Twitch, which launches on the 8th of August, 808, a reference to that beat scene. It's more like listening to Mozart for 1,000 hours and then being able to play Mozart instantly. That's true, Fix It. It's kind of like that. This is the best argument I've heard so far. Do you still have to pay to release a cover of a musician's song? So let's look at an example. Let's look at, for example, what's the name of that artist? What was the name of that artist that performed, what's that called? She's a devil, she's a rebel. I can't remember the artist's name. What was it called? I'm drawing a complete blank. What was it? I have to search my SoundCloud. Doja Cat. Thank you. Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. That's right. So Doja Cat. This is a great example. Okay. I'm gonna play this snippet. I know that it's gonna be copyrighted later, but I'm gonna play this snippet for you because I want you to understand the repercussions here. Okay. Here's Doja Cat's Paint the Town Red. Okay. Hold on. It's gonna be very loud. Sorry, wait. Okay, so that's Doja Cat's. Now I want you to listen to an original track by Dionne Warwick from 1964 called Walk On By.
If you see me walking
Hold on.
by, make believe.
So Doja Cat sampled this part of that track. Now, I don't know how the music industry works, but for me, that is a part of how music is made. Because big tracks today, they sample other artists' songs, and it's a kind of it's not done in a kind of negative way. It's done in a very positive way, as if to say, oh, this is such a great track, I'm going to use an element of this track in my track. However, I don't know how that works from a copyright perspective. I'm not a lawyer, right? But now that Doja Cat earns multi-million dollars from this track, and one of those main elements in that track is from another track, and maybe there's other parts of that track, like the stems or whatever they're called, that are from other tracks. How does the royalty distribution work? Do they pay people for samples? Who owns the sample? I mean, this is super complicated. Maybe we should get someone who's familiar with the music industry to talk about this. Would that be cool? Is that something you would want to do, chat? Would you want that? Should I look for someone to bring on as a guest to talk about copyright law in the music industry? And like fair use and like those kind of, these questions that we have. Stems and samples and all this stuff. Okay. I can see some people enjoying that. Okay. Let me think about that. In the meantime, let's go on break. Let's take a short break, get some water, stand up, stretch, do whatever you need to do, bathroom, bio breaks, all that stuff. And we'll be back in a few minutes. All the timing on that was so good. A clip, and a clap. Yeah, anyway. The thing is, where would you like to be, Barba Papa? Where would you like to be on the mask? Because you can be almost anywhere. Oh no. No. I'm not ready, chat. I'm not ready. 900 degrees. Can I be a mustache?
How many horns can a can-hand horn if a can-hand could can horns?
Also, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna open up this can of horns. What's it sound like? On desktop and a single static. Oh, 88. Wait. Oh! Oh! It looks like I'm dodging a bullet, Surly. And a single static asset image. On. Oh! Who dropped the X? Oh my gosh, Rugmat. You savage. Look at it spin! Look at it go! This is amazing. It's a shame there's no sound though. We definitely broke it again. I'm proud of you, chat. I'm proud. Did someone clip it last time?
Welcome
If
in
no one
all
clipped it
codes.
last time, definitely clip it this time. I should definitely send it to InstaFluff because it's broken, or to Maya. Probably InstaFluff because he's the one who's gonna fix it.
I've got my data.
I've got my data. Buffoon, calling me a buffoon. 9 orders of tea. Who orders tea at McDonald's?
Enigma.
Hey Cypher, who orders tea at McDonald's? Caramel is mostly butter. I didn't say it was entirely butter. Go clip it then. IBM said it would continue to work with McDonald's in the future, of course. Iced tea. So, with that being said, if you need to go wrap up from your stream, then please do so. Do not feel like you need to stand around. 6969.69. What's that gonna be? Oh wow, that's a beauty. That's beautiful. Look at that. That is a beauty. Great job, Panda. Have you not seen the new gigantic 2.2 liter bottle of water? And yes, you can call the color what it is. It's penis pink. I'm speaking to you because you have a choice to make, chat. You can accept the blue pill and you can go back to your life as it was before and forget about all of this stream and everything that we've done in today. Or you can take the red pill and you can continue down this rabbit hole that is the Data Cafe and join me on a journey to learning about data and tech.
I will attempt to explain recursion as a cute bunny. Let's try that, okay?
Hello, welcome back everyone. You liked which clip, Rugman? Which clip did you like? Interesting. Oh, 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright. So,
Garbage.
where are the clips? I left my chair. What's the issue? I got up out of my chair. I didn't have time to switch. I didn't have time to switch to the other scene. I did notice... Different scene. What are you I don't even know what you're talking about. You just instantly appeared in the chair. I sat down in my chair after coming back. You didn't come back in and sit down. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's do like this, okay? So I will leave my chair. Okay? I will leave my chair. And we will see, okay? To be honest, were you laying on the floor spinning? Why would I lie on my floor? Spin the chair. Hi, Ian. Why would I lie on my floor and spin the chair? Why would I do that? Would you say that I pre-recorded a clip of my chair spinning and play that on repeat, on a loop? I definitely wouldn't do that. See? Look, see? I can just sit back down. It's no problem. It's no issue. Let's begin. New feature requests some type of command to spin the chair. What? That's far beyond my capabilities, Alan. You know that. I'm speaking to you because you have a choice to make, chat. You can accept the blue pill, and you can go back to your life as it was before and forget about all of this stream and everything that we've done in today. Or you can take the red pill and you can continue down this rabbit hole that is the Data Cafe and join me on a journey to learning about data and tech. It's just so cringe. Isn't it cringe? It's just very cringe. I feel like it's cringe. I feel like it's cringe. Oh, we have Synthwave again. We're going back to Synthwave, chat. We got Synthwave on the playlist. Okay. We're in. We're talking about it. We are talking about friend.com. The best example of weird, creepy technology using Gen AI. Who here has heard of friend.com? This creepy AI pendant wants to be your friend. No one saw that. Is Friend an AI-driven solution to loneliness, an overblown LLM dongle, or just plain unsettling? Or D, all of the above? So, Friend is a dongle, a pendant. You can see it here around this woman's neck. We all love dongles. Hey, I'm an Apple user. I obviously love dongles, of course. Ah, frickin' clowns. Go away. Ex-user Avi Schiffman announced a new AI-powered device simply called Friend. His post about it went viral. Probably not because people were excited, but because the video he used to promote it presents a depressing vision of our AI future that only a tech bro could find appealing. I love that this article is a roast, by the way. The video shows off the wearable pendant that purportedly listens to everything you say and responds to you conversationally via a chat window on your phone. Here's the first problem. You need to have your phone with you at all times. doing everything. That's number 1. Number 2, you can speak directly to your friend by hitting a button, but it's apparently always listening anyway, and it will comment unprompted on the goings-on in your life, like a Tamagotchi that spies on you, or a real person you'd get a restraining order against. We all love dongles. Hey, I'm an Apple user. I obviously love dongles. Thanks, Rugmat. You would never want someone just commenting randomly on things. Like while you're on a date, your dongle just randomly says, "She doesn't look so attractive to you, does she?" And like that's gonna be pretty much a game changer, isn't it? Anyway, is friend even a real thing? My first instinct was that the whole thing was bullshit vaporware, because this sounds exactly like all of the other conversational AI tools like the R1 Rabbit and all the other ones that have come out that have all been subpar experiences. It's such a viscerally creepy idea that it had to be some kind of social commentary. The announcement video plays like a parody, and it didn't help that the official friend.com website was flagged as suspicious by this person's ISP. On further investigation, it appears I was wrong. The friend is still just as stupid seeming, but it's actually real. All I'm hearing is my job security as a chatter is in jeopardy. You are never in jeopardy as a chatter on my stream, Cypher. Even Jay Walter's bot cannot provide a level of entertainment like you. I don't know why I should have such a hard time making friends. Just tell a lady you love her and they'll tell you she likes you as a friend. It's always so easy. Hi, Forex. Now, what's funny about this is that Avi Schiffman, who's 21, by the way, was named Webby Person of the Year.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
Webby Person of the Year was a guest at the 2020 Wired 25 conference and has spent $1.8 million of their $2.5 million seed money to acquire friend.com, the domain. Let's just do quick math on that. 1.8 over 2.5 is 72% of your seed money on the domain.
Wow.
Now, I know a lot of you like domains, but I don't think any of you would ever spend 72% of your seed money on domain name. Would you, chat? Would you do that? I would not. I would definitely not. That seems kind of risky. Is it an asset? Yeah. I guess friend.com is a pretty considerable domain, yes. That's true. If my seed money was $100. Fair enough. Anyway, so how does it work? This is the real question. You can pre-order the friend right now for $99. Look at that, Alan, that's in your budget. $100 for a friend. This gets you a pendant, that's powered by Claude and connects to your phone via Bluetooth, has a battery life of around 15 hours, doesn't require a subscription fee, at least yet, and will ship sometime in 2025. Unlike multifunctional AI devices like the Humane AI Pin and Rabbit R1, Friend doesn't seem to do anything except have LLM-powered conversations with you. It's not designed for productivity, just companionship, like an AI girlfriend you wear around your neck. Productivity is over, no one cares. No one is going to beat Apple or OpenAI or all these companies building Jarvis. The most important things in your life are really people. You know how ironic it is to say something like that? Do you know how crazy ironic it is for a 21-year-old who has very little life experience, right? Just overall. This person's been on the planet for 21 years, okay? Very little life experience. And I'm not saying this as an older person. I'm saying this objectively. They've only lived 21 years, and the first 7 to 9 were probably very forgotten by now. This person is saying the most important things in your life really are people, and then goes ahead and wants to sell a thing you wear around your neck that is meant to replace that. I mean, it's just so idiotic. It makes me feel like they don't get it. It makes me feel like they don't really understand it, what they're doing. You know, it just doesn't really exude confidence when the person who's selling you this thing says, people are the most important thing in your life, but also please buy my pendant. Like, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. You're right. The domain could retain value or even go up over time. Unless, of course, the word friend becomes so tarnished because it refers to the pendant in the future and not an actual person, you know. So the device creator said the goal is for friend to develop a personality that complements the user, complement with an E, and that it could eventually become your best friend. I feel like I have a closer relationship with this pendant around my neck than I do with these literal friends in front of me, Schiffman said, which seems normal. This is exactly my commentary. This is my commentary. How is it normal for someone to say, I have a closer relationship with a technological device I'm wearing around my neck that doesn't have a brain than with people I have around me? That makes no sense to me. Zero. And I don't know if that's reverse psychology or not. The question is, why is it creepy? If we watch the commercial, it's creepy. We don't need to watch it. I'm not exactly sure why the mere idea of friend makes my skin crawl. It's not that different from Rabbit AI or Tamagotchi, but those have a reason to exist beyond providing a person to talk to. No one fell in love with their Tamagotchi. It was just a game. This is something else. It gives me the same sinking feeling as those Japanese robot companions. There's something wrong about the concept that a machine, a robot or LLM, can actually be a stand-in for human companionship. And that is the point. Do you feel that robots or any kind of machine can be a stand-in for human companionship? I do not. No. My answer is no. It cannot. It cannot. No matter how advanced, no matter how crazy good this stuff gets, it will never actually be a replacement for human companionship. No. Anything built on language models where you don't control the model is doomed. That's right. That's right. It's just a wrapper. It's just a Claude wrapper. People inventing tech gadgets to replace as opposed to enhance human connection feels like a line we shouldn't cross. It feels like evidence that things are going in a very wrong direction. Picture a world where the friend catches on, it won't, in which people walk around talking to their AI friends all day, ignoring all the real people they pass. It makes me want to buy a one-way ticket to some place where no one has ever heard of AI. And that's how I feel. I feel creepy about this. I feel dirty. I don't think it's a good thing. How do you feel about it, chat? Surprised they don't reference the movie Her. Yeah, I think it's getting to that level, for sure. Maybe there was a reason they didn't do it. I don't know. Maybe there was a particular reason why they didn't reference it. I don't know. Maybe it's been like over-referenced or something. Yeah. That's what they want. That's what they want ultimately. But it's a shill, right? It's a shill. Someone who's like on Forbes's X under X lists and all this kind of bullshit stuff. It's just to make more money. I don't think they actually believe. I don't think the creator actually believes that a hardware token can be a better human being than an actual human. That seems weird to me. I don't think anybody's actually that delusional AI can F off. Exactly. Yeah. That's a pretty good one. Oh, I gotta refresh. Oh no, I can't refresh this now. Crap. Sorry, I can't pin this. The overlay does weird stuff. So yeah. Weird. I know lots of folks who believe their own hype. Yeah, but hype is different, you know? Hype is different. Hype is different, like shilling a coin of some kind or crypto or some kind of, you know, weird product, some kind of multi-level marketing scheme. All that stuff is, I don't think those people maybe believe that they're selling a good product, but they don't control it. They're not even the founders necessarily of that product. But we're talking about a technological device to replace a human. Like, we all have experience being a human. By the way, remind me where I should send you a link. Discord? Depending what it is. What is it? Maybe they didn't want to be sued, or maybe there's already a new law in the US that prohibits AI from trying to impersonate someone else without that person's permission. I don't know if that law exists yet. I know Taylor Swift is like promoting this on the highest levels of politics right now to bring in a anti-impersonation law. TG Khalil! Hello! What's up, Mr. Two Shoes? Zwei Shoes. I love the new overlays. I saw it in your latest YouTube vid. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Let's talk about, speaking of video, let's talk about HDMI and how right now a hacker could be hacking your screen via HDMI. Yeah, take care of yourself, TG. Hopefully see you again soon on stream. Hackers can apparently wirelessly watch your display via HDMI radiation. A newly discovered technique combines wireless EM monitoring and AI algorithms to read text on a victim screen via HDMI radiation. And it's already being used in the wild. This is not a theoretical exercise, people. This is real. A research team out of Uruguay, of least of the places that I expected from this, I guess, has found that it's possible to intercept wireless electromagnetic radiation coming from an HDMI cable and interpret the video by processing it with AI. Okay. According to the paper, it's possible to train an AI model to interpret the tiny fluctuations in electromagnetic energy from the wired HDMI signal. Even though it's a wired standard and it's usually encrypted digitally, there's enough electromagnetic signal coming off of these cables to detect without direct access. Detecting and decoding are two different things, of course, but the researchers also found, using an AI model paired to text recognition, it's possible to read the wirelessly encoded EM radiation with up to 70% accuracy. That's pretty high, chat. That's pretty high. If I had a screen with 10 items on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this thing could interpret 7 of them. That's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. Though it's a long way from conventional recording, it's still 60% improvement over previous methods and more than enough to steal passwords and other sensitive information. It is encrypted, but the electromagnetic leaking is still enough. The tiny electromagnetic fluctuations are still enough to interpret it. It's even possible to do wirelessly without physical access to a target computer, even from the outside of a building under ideal conditions. 70% of my credit card number is still useless. That's true, unless they brute force the other remaining bit of the 70%. Assuming it's from left to right. Because, well, anyway. This isn't a new topic, by the way. As a digital transmission with at least some level of encryption, HDMI cables weren't thought to be particularly susceptible to this type of attack. The researchers' AI algorithm-assisted method of attack, which they're calling Deep Tempest, opens up some very disturbing possibilities. The researchers claim that this system, or functionally identical alternatives, oh wow, are already being used by state-level spies and industrial espionage agents. What? This is already in use? The sophisticated nature of the technique and the need to be at least somewhere in the vicinity of the target means it's unlikely to affect regular users, but any government agency or large company with sensitive data should be wary and might want to look in EM shielding measures. And that goes double for any of their employees that work from home. What would EM shielding measures look like? What would EM shielding be like? Okay. EM shielding at home. Faraday cage is kind of extreme. Hold on. So there's an article here. We're going deep on this
Welcome
one.
in purple a purpurin.
Purple, hello! Wrap your HDMI in aluminum foil. I don't know. This client was very sensitive to EMF, a diagnosis called electrical hypersensitivity. He heard a buzzing in the office and never felt comfortable. The one-room, large open office had beautiful views, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Converted residential suite, so the wiring was Romex, not metal clad, so electrical fields were present. EMF mitigation. Healthy building science. We temporarily hung a see-through RF shielding fabric and ran tests. Okay. A grounding plate. Wait, what did they do? Wiring errors. 3 different types of RF shielding. Copper fine... Oh, here we go. Okay, here are the 3. Here they are. 3 different types of RF shielding. A copper fine mesh under the carpet. Y-shield carbon-based paint for walls and ceiling. And an RF blocking window film on all windows. And grounded shielding materials for the wall and floor, creating a Faraday cage and reducing exposure to electric fields. What? Wild. That is absolutely wild. Switch to DisplayPort. Great suggestion. Can you just get a better cable? I have no idea, actually. I have no idea. Something similar has been addressed, that just by using the sound of the keyboard, it's very accurately identify the text being typed, which allowed some streamer passwords to be leaked. It must be great to live in a room like that. No Wi-Fi or cell signal. I mean, to be honest, right? To be honest, if we're being honest, Forex, do you really need that at home? Like, do you really need Wi-Fi in that one room? Like, I could see you have one room in your house, okay? One room, let's say this corner, where everything is connected with LAN. If you cable the room, okay, so you don't have a cell phone signal in that room, but everything else works just fine. And then you have all the other signal stuff in the other rooms. I mean, why not? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Let's talk about the last article in the hardware and IRL section today. A very surprising thing that I think a lot of you are probably going to like. Coming out of Switzerland, a Swiss town has banned billboards. And this is not a
Welcome,
dramatic
Gerald
title.
Van Wizen.
Hey, Jaron. Good to see you. Thanks, Alan. A Swiss town has banned billboards, and Zurich and Bern may soon follow. The nation's Supreme Court ruled governments could act to limit so-called visual pollution, and citizens could opt out of unwanted advertising. Let's talk about this. An inconspicuous suburb close to Geneva, which is in the French part of Switzerland, became the first Swiss municipality to banish commercial advertising from its streets, in a policy that creates a blueprint for similar bans in larger cities across the country. So it is a town called Vernier, 38,000 people. They failed to collect enough signatures for a popular vote, the last attempt to stop the government from removing billboards. And it failed this month in the Supreme Court. The justices rejected an appeal to overturn the plan, ruling Vernier's policy didn't seek to influence free competition and instead aimed to combat visual pollution and gave citizens the opportunity to opt out of unwanted advertising. We didn't recognize any public interest in having billboards. Now you're going to argue, oh, what happens to all of these billboards now? Well, we want to battle unnecessary consumption with this measure. The billboards had usually been booked by large corporations and not local businesses. So, local politicians have now gone beyond the once dominant rationale, blah, 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 blah. Where does it say? It said this somewhere. They said, maybe it's not in this article, but basically they are retaining the actual hardware for the billboards, but they can be booked by local businesses and like public interest groups only. The Supreme Court's ruling cements a decision to remove more than 3/4 of its one standing 172 billboards from the town. Ah, here it is. Keeping the remainder available for cultural and sports ads. The ban applies to all advertising that's visible from public land, including those mounted on private property. So here I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this, chat. Does this go too far? Does this go too far? Getting rid of billboards entirely, basically. 99%, right? Does this go too far? Is this too much governmental regulation of private matters? You know? Is it too far? Or was it finally time to give people a way to opt out of ads in public, in real life? Was it the best way to do so? I don't know. But I personally think great move. I think it's a fantastic move. I don't know if it's the best way to go about this, but giving people a way to opt out, I think, was very important. Very, very important. Yeah. Really important. A lot of those ads, and the argument, I can understand the argument. The core argument is consumer debt is rising. In Switzerland at the moment, we have the highest consumer debt that we've had in 20 years. And ads are primarily there to get you to spend money. And so they're encouraging people to put themselves even further into debt. So I don't see why that should be a thing, right? What if they put up green screen boards and then made AR glasses people wore to see the ads and they get paid per ad? That's a cool gig economy idea, Ched Dev. That's a cool idea. I mean, something basically, what you're talking about is basically you're basically talking about, where is it? Is it this one? No, hold on. I have this. You're basically talking about... You're talking about this, aren't you? You're basically talking about this, right? You wouldn't even need the green screen if it was AR, though. That's true. You would not even need that. What's this clown here? What's better? This film. They live. I'm sorry, what's this film about? They influence our decisions without us knowing it. They numb our senses without us feeling it. They control our lives without us realizing it. They live. What kind of movie is this? Maybe I have to watch this. This sounds interesting. Oh my gosh, discovers a pair of special sunglasses. Wearing them, he is able to see the world as it really is. People being bombarded by media and government with messages like stay asleep, no imagination, submit to authority. Even scarier is that he's able to see some usually normal looking people are in fact ugly aliens. Sci-fi horror thriller. Wait, is that where Duke Nukem got the line from? This is where Duke Nukem got the line from. Look at that. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Yes! That's the Duke Nukem quote! Oh my gosh. This is the original. Oh, that's so cool. That's incredible. That's so cool. 1988? Okay, I'm watching this. I'm pinning this. I'm watching that. Thank you, Forex. Great suggestion. Yeah, so if you missed the meme of the day, this was the meme of the day, by the way. Some of you came in a little bit later. So here's the meme of the day for you. I hope you appreciate it. I did. Let's talk about Canva. Gen AI news. 2 things to talk about today. Canva has bought Gen AI startup Leonardo.ai, which you've probably never heard of before. Undisclosed sum. It's something like 120, 130 million, I think. The Australia-based Leonardo AI launched less than 2 years ago and has 19 million registered users. Its image and video generating tools are used by professionals across advertising, marketing, e-commerce, blah, blah, blah. Canva will continue to invest in Leonardo's standalone platform while setting the startup's 120-person team to grow Canva's Gen AI offerings. Okay. So, founded in 2022, Leonardo AI allows users to create professional-grade visual assets in seconds. Like this one. It allows users to enter simple prompts, sketch new images with AI, and custom train models for specific projects. So if you want to know a little bit about what this is like, let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer. Let's watch their hype video. It's probably copyright music, to be honest. This is not an ad. It's not an ad. No, no, no. It's not an ad. Did I see what? Finite? Not sponsored by Canva. Yes, I did see that. I'm keeping that for next week, Finite. So, basically their hype video is showing you that you can do anything with AI for imaging and video, right? That's basically what they're showing.
Like and subscribe. Bye!
So, in March, Canva bought Affinity, which is an image editing software. And in 2022, Canva acquired Flourish, a data platform. They've also bought Smart Mockups, which is now Canva Mockups. They bought Kaleido AI, which is a background removal tool, and Remove.bg, which they've integrated into Canva. So it's quite likely that they're going to integrate Leonardo at some point. Now the thing is that... Where was the sentence here? The deal surpassed Leonardo AI's last funding round valuation of 80 million and might be challenged by the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. What about Donatello? The best Ninja Turtle. Absolutely. The best Ninja Turtle, for sure. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle, chat? And why is it Donatello? It's too early to tell how Leonardo AI's Gen AI tech will surface in Canva's Magic Studio or other tools. Canva aims to be an all-in-one destination for individuals and organizations. No doubt, Leonardo has simple prompts, fast turnaround time for images and video. Gen AI tools are making it easy and affordable to make images and videos at scale. Splinter? Is Splinter... what? Oh. He's not a turtle. Wait. No, hold on. He's a rat. No. I said turtle. Who's your favorite turtle? He's a mutant rat. Magritte, so Ninja Turtle, you never even seen them. That's incredible. Donatello is probably my favorite. He was a turtle and then he got bit by a spider. What? No. Hold on a second. Is that true? No way. No. Hold on. Mutant rat. He is the grave and stoic sage. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on a second. Yoshi is difficult in breaking wooden boards, blah blah blah. Wise, intelligent. Huh? Spider, Ratman, Turtle? Are you busting my balls? Oh, I can't believe I fell for this. Go away. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good. Wonderful. Moving on. Gartner says that 1 in 3 Gen AI projects will be abandoned. Who of you is surprised to this? Who of you is surprised to learn that 1 in 3 Gen AI projects are going to be abandoned? Because I'm not. In the least. The enthusiasm behind Gen AI is massive. According to recent Gartner research, close to 1 in 3 Gen AI projects will be abandoned. This was presented in the Gartner Data Analytics Summit in Sydney recently. 1 in 3 is optimistic? Yeah, I guess. Organizations are struggling to prove and realize value. As the scope of initiatives widens, the financial burden of developing and deploying Gen AI models is increasingly felt. The reasons that AI projects fail are numerous, with poor data quality, inadequate risk controls, escalating costs, and unclear business value all being cited. The root cause of all of this is some C-level executive saying, we need AI. And everybody going, no we don't. And then pushing it through anyway. Isn't that not enough? The mortality rate of startups must be higher. Of course it is. But these are established businesses investing valuable funds. Enterprises are realizing that AI projects are not straightforward and are turning to their channel partners to support them. Unfortunately, 94% of these partners themselves are in need of making significant improvements to their internal knowledge of AI. Speaking of AI, what? Gen A. I don't even understand that finite. I am too old for that joke. Or too young. I'm not sure. According to Luke Ellery, channel companies should center their efforts on helping their customers see through the hype and focus on evaluating the cost, risk, and value of a project. That way, they can provide support helping to build an effective and organized approach to AI. Oh, say it in Forrest Gump's voice. Oh, Jenny. Yeah. Anyway, 1 in 3. I think 1 in 3 is accurate. Accurate. Maybe a little bit on the optimistic side. Gardner never disappoints in hype. It's true. Gardner recently has been talking about my title, Decision Engineer. I'm still waiting for ATM to the desktop. Are you waiting for a cash machine on your desktop? Is that what you're waiting for, Purple? Fascinating. That would be quite the trip. Having cash at home like that? That'd be kind of wild. How would you print money out of your desktop? Interesting. No, a network transferred mode. Oh, I thought you were talking about cash out of your desktop. 3D printer. Yeah, 3D printer for money, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, asynchronous transfer mode. Okay. Let's talk about general tech stuff. Can someone change this background to something else? Like not skydiving. Literally anything else. My favorite question is, have they tried retraining a local LLM? Most startups just prompt and don't really know anything, not even the basics of machine learning. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is fine, I guess. I don't know what this is. Call of Duty is in the news again. Because chat. Because wait, I have to do this quickly. So there is someone that we need to shout out today. If you haven't seen them yet, if you don't know about them, it's Irish John Games. Let's check a clip.
IT supersalifragilistiksperlidosiomus. Eventuelt sund of IT I sommet en guide atrosiomus. IF user IT lovet enu QL alvej sund precautionus. Supersalifragilistiksperlidosiomus. Umdidle er y.
Well, I don't know what this clip was exactly. But John is doing a partner push right now. So we're going to do the proper shout out as well, so you get the easy follow. Okay. John's doing a partner push right now. So we're going to raid John a little bit once we wrap up today. Trying to get Twitch partner. But John said that he had a joke, or Jern as he's affectionately known in the community. And he said, if you're already following, then you don't see it. I don't think so. I think, or you do see it, but there's a heart already.
What's this? Oh, failure.
Now, the other day I was in John's chat and he said he has a really good joke. And the joke was something like, what was it? It was something like, why did the chicken cross the road in front of the pirate? Because? Or something like that. I don't know. It was some weird like chicken sound effect thing. And I just wanted someone to clip this and play it for John and say that I didn't find the joke very good. Considering that he said he has like 2 jokes, and that's one of them. I didn't think that this joke was very good, and I think he can do better. Yeah. So if someone could clip that and send it to John, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, let's talk about Call of Duty again. Call of Duty. We talked about Call of Duty last week because they're making really cool news at the moment. This is very interesting. Why is what the? No ads on my stream. Get out of here. Call of Duty has released a map called Caldera, along with all of the movement data of players on the map for academic use. Johnny Mnemonic became Johnny Walker. Really? Wow. 2 cowboys are lost in the desert. One of them sees a tree in the distance that's draped in bacon. It's a bacon tree. We're saved. He runs to the tree and is shot up with bullets. It wasn't a bacon tree. It was a ham bush. Thank you, Finite. I was going to tell you a joke about the post office, but I don't know if you'd get it. Thank you, Forex. Why did the feline fail the lie detector test? Because he be lying. Thank you, Rugmatspot. Announcing the open source Caldera map release. With a vision to expand the knowledge base of the gaming industry, Activision is excited to share the release of an open source dataset featuring the map Caldera from Call of Duty Warzone. First of its kind dataset release for Call of Duty, available in OpenUSD format, contains the near complete geometry of Caldera, as well as a collection of randomly selected anonymized time samples showing how players move around the map. This initiative represents Activision's commitment to innovation and growth in multiple fields, including AI learning, within the communities of academia and research, while propelling the advancement of game development. It brings to life the colossal and carefully crafted map that was home to many epic brawls in Call of Duty Warzone. Production proven and battle tested. So it's really interesting. Does anybody know what you could use this for? So many big words. What would we use this for? What's happening? Am I being shouted out? I am being shouted out, aren't I? Yeah, someone just shouted me out. Oh, it's John. John just shouted me out. Thanks for the clip. Oh, thanks for the follow. Lori, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Or maybe you followed from John's stream. Maybe it's possible. So I don't know exactly disease vector research based on Call of Duty players. That's an interesting one. Is that even possible? What is your vision? Here we go. Activision is committed to continuously being innovative. Blah, 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 blah. One element of releasing Caldera is giving back to the community of research that has been so beneficial to the industry. One of our goals is to broaden access to production data, allowing researchers to test their approaches in real-world scenarios, which will help accelerate the development of new solutions. We are also interested in what new insights the research community will develop around object relationships, scene creation and editing, and other topics related to environmental construction. Environmental construction. Environmental construction? Okay.
Welcome in Surly Dev.
Hi Surly. It's good to see you again. Welcome to Twitch. Inside Twitch. Isn't this the best overlay? It's the best overlay ever. So it's kind of cool. Has the subscription to Logitech's computer mouse been discussed? No, we're not talking about it. not talking about it because it's not important. It's been deemed irrelevant by the forces that are powering this stream. It's been deemed irrelevant. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. Activision doing really interesting stuff. On the one hand, with the whole their whole like research article that we talked about last time. I can't remember. Was it last time or before last time? It was in one of the recaps though on Patreon. You can go read about it. In one of the recaps, we talked about how Activision released a paper about how they introduced
Welcome,
random matchmaking. Oh no. Have you... Is there a feud? Is there a feud happening? Is that what this is? Oh no. Did you already play the clip for him?
Listen here, Maddie. If that even is your... Listen here, I noticed that you had only one shoe. Technically, one was a boot. Alright, a TwitchCon. So technically, your jokes aren't as good as... And it wasn't. You butchered it. You butchered it, Maddie. You butchered it. It was supposed to be, why are chickens so funny? Because... It's the funniest joke ever. And it's the...
Wow. I've been attacked. It's my shoelyhood. My shoelyhood is being attacked. Wow. I don't know how to react to that. Honestly, don't know what to say. I think I need to become a chair streamer. Don't flip-flop on this issue. He'll only keep dissing you. Surly, how long did it take you to come up with those puns? Because that's impressive. I'm not going to talk anymore about the giant feud between me and Irish John Games. I'm just going to let it cool off for a bit. Speaking of cooling off, let's talk about Intel laying off 15,000 employees. I was pretty surprised to read this. Other people were not. Keeping the beef going. I have so much beef with Irish John. It's incredible. We have so much beef.
Why?
It's crazy.
Why?
After losses, the chipmaker is cutting 10 billion in costs. Ooh, it was updated to 18, yeah. It's like your beef with Nutty. That's true. It's incredibly beefy. Yeah. You could say your beef with Nutty is incredibly nutty as well. I mean, that's nuts, truly. Intel's on a long road to recovery, and over 18,000 workers will no longer be coming along for the ride. It's downsizing its workforce by over 15% as part of a new 10 billion cost savings plan. Oof. The company currently employs over 125,000 workers. They're going to reduce their R&D and marketing by billions, reduce capital expenditures by more than 20%. It's restructuring to stop non-essential work, and it'll review all active projects and equipment. Mark's beef with Nutty is finite. Yeah, that's true. Imagine if it was infinite. Imagine if it was infinite, though. That would be wild. The company just reported a loss of 1.6 billion for Q2 2024, substantially more than the 437 million it lost last quarter. Our Q2 financial performance was disappointing. Even as we hit key product and process technology milestones. Our revenues have not grown as expected, and we've yet to fully benefit from powerful trends like AI. So there you go. This is the 1 in 3 that's failing. Sorry, this is the 2 out of 3 AI projects that are failing. Almost all losses this quarter and last quarter came from Foundry, while its sales continue to stay relatively stable and its PC and server businesses stay profitable. What is Intel Foundry? As a dumb question. Oh, semiconducting. Okay, semiconductor manufacturer. Yeah, wild. Look at this cost reduction plan. Who made this PowerPoint? Because it is ugly. I mean, look, there's no contrast here. These elements here, they need more contrast. Oops. Like, those blue on blue, that's absolutely horrible. Very, very bad. Not great. Yeah, not great. Added more details, blah, blah, blah. A chip manufacturer like Intel making cuts like that, not great. What is great, however, that we can talk about is BigQuery's new... So Google BigQuery is one of the serverless databases, or I should say serverless as in you don't have to worry about running the server. They've released something called Table Explorer, a new feature in preview to simplify data exploration and query creation. So if we look at this screenshot here, you can see there's this new Table Explorer that allows you to see values for particular sources, columns, and it generates a query for it already. And you can select the fields through a kind of UI. I haven't tried it out yet. I don't think it's available in my BigQuery instance. So it has a visual data exploration part. So it has a visual exploration of table data. It generates a query based on the user selected fields. And it allows examination of up to 10 table fields at the same time, which is kind of cool. So it's generating SQL queries, apparently without any AI assistance, which is nice to see that a company, even like Google, has decided, hey, you know what? We don't need AI here. We can do this without it, which is nice. So yeah, I need to try and I need to try that out.
Welcome in Mastis.
Miss hello! Yellow! To you! First time chat? Are you serious? How is that even possible? Oh yeah, a SQL formatting button. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy that this is your first chat here. Welcome in, Tess. For those of you, by the way, last point about this tech part, for those of you on OBS using NDI, a very important word of notice for you. NDI is being renamed. OBS NDI is now called Distro AV. And this is because of the OBS team requesting the plugin be renamed. So in order to migrate, if you're going to migrate, you're going to use add remove programs to uninstall NDI on Windows, and then you're going to reinstall the new plugin. On Mac, you're going to have to browse to your plugins folder and delete it manually, and then reinstall the new plugin. It should be fairly painless. I haven't done it yet, but yeah. Oh yeah, you're always being in White Panthers chat. It's true. You're always in Panthers chat. It's true. Yeah. So yeah, which is interesting that they asked them to rename it. So I'm guessing other plugins that have the OBS prefix in it also need to be renamed. So for example, one of those, and Finite knows this very well, Roy Schildkraut has a lot of OBS plugins, and a lot of them are named OBS something, which is kind of wild. that he hasn't been asked by the OBS team to rename them. Seems a bit weird, in my opinion. I don't know about the clown thing. My repos are OBS plugin name, but the name of the plugin is just Composite Blur Retro Effects etc. Ah, right. Hold on a second. If only we had some data for this. I mean, if I look at Roy's plugins, hold on. So this one is like OBS local vocal. But then the plugin, oh, yeah.
Information. Ones and zeros never lie.
Okay, but then the plugin, yeah, the name of the plugin itself is just local vocal. That's true. Also, Finite, have you heard the latest? I don't think that you've heard my idea. I don't know if you were here when we talked about it. The efficacy of clowns is not to be contested. Yeah, so Finite. I have some plans. Which is why my OBS is doing weird stuff. Because I installed some plugins from Roy. And I'm going to be trying out something. I'm going to be trying to make my content extremely accessible. And the way that I'm going to do that is by using Roy's plugin, Local Vocal, and Squawk. I don't know if you know what those two do. Let me give you a little preview. Basically, I am going to create my stream. I'm going to create a multi-stream version of Matty. Use Local Vocal for all your subtitles. Wait, so you have Local Vocal for multi-language subtitles already? I've never seen subtitles on your stream that are not English. But basically, not multi-language. But basically the idea, which I've been testing out, is to send my primary stream to this channel in English, but then to send my native video with text-to-speech German and text-to-speech French to a German and French version of my channel. And yeah, I'm still testing it out because there's some hiccups. There's definitely some hiccups there, but it is the single best use case for multi-stream, in my opinion. Like, anybody can multi-stream to YouTube, Kick, whatever other platform. Like, you can duplicate your content to multiple platforms, but I think the real effort and the real reward can be gained from making your content accessible to other audiences. I think that you're kind of just scraping the bucket when you do it like, so let's say that your audience is like this, okay? Like your Twitch audience is like this, okay? Let's say your potential audience is here. And your chart over time is like this, okay? And you're talking about capturing that remaining, let's say 10% that you haven't activated yet. Wouldn't it be great if you say with something, I'm actually raising the bar? I'm literally raising the bar on the ceiling of my content. Yes, and Twitch needs to let us have multiple audio channels, and that would mean I wouldn't even need separate channels. But for the moment, given that that's not going to happen anytime soon, I mean, there is a separate VOD and live audio channel, but imagine the problem with language-based multi-channel audio. I mean, how do you even handle? OBS only has 6 audio streams. So how do you program? How do you say, okay, this one is English, this one is French, this one is German, right? Like, how do you even get past that? What if you have 8 languages, right? What if that's not like possible? Or maybe Twitch says you can have up to 3 or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's my idea. I think that would just give more tools to those trying to subvert copyright. Then you write a plugin. So what I'm going to initially probably test out is not a different voice, but actually my native video and audio as it is now. So people on those other streams will see and hear me, but the captions that they see, the closed captions, will be in German or French, because Twitch doesn't allow you to show different language captions in the same stream natively. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah. But in that setup, the VOD is only mono or duo, while live can have 5.1 Dolby Atmos. Dolby surround sound of my voice. You don't need that. You don't need that. It's like, you know, like you get that full sound scale. You don't need that. You don't need that. Anyway, let's talk about the Swiss news. Oh, finite? Don't go down that route. You don't need to do that. Don't worry about it. You should talk to someone if you've been interested in doing that. You don't need to do it. Trust me. So the Swiss news of this week is that the Swiss Stock Exchange had to stop trading because of technology issues. And this was not today's trading. This was actually last week. No. I can tell you more about it, Finite. If you just DM me in Discord and I'll drop you a hint on that. You don't need to do it though, for sure not. Switzerland's stock market operator halted equity trading for hours on Wednesday after a technical snag that made it impossible to distribute pricing data, the exchange's longest outage ever, and the second to hit in little more than a year. Could I snag this link when you have a sec? It's not a link, Cypher. It's a piece of information that I'm not authorized to share broadly. But if you also want to have that information because you're thinking of building a plugin to handle multiple language closed captions, it's like, wow. True, but I was sad to hear a massive difference from a DJ mix that mixed live versus the same in the VOD. Oh yeah, of course. So the halt was at 10 a.m. Zurich, and the trading was to resume at 2:30 p.m. And it hadn't been able to disseminate market data since 9:10 in the morning. Data for the Spanish stock market was also affected for several hours because it's also owned by Six, which is the same company. The exchange outage. Oh, cross-posting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. You'll get it in the recap anyway, as you know, but it takes me a day or two usually to get the recap to run, so I'm happy to give it to you now. The interruption is another reputational hit to the Swiss exchange.
Welcome in B7H30.
Hey, B7H30. Tech news indeed. B7H30. Let's do it. Little shout out for you, B7H30, also a member of the Claw team. Let's have a look at that nice clip of you. Are you watching yourself play chess?
Run it back.
What?
This is Atomic Chess. Have you ever played it?
What's Atomic Chess? Wow, the audio on this. The audio on this. Woo! That's rough. That's rough. Sometimes it's hard to hear people say stuff. I don't even know what Atomic Chess is. What's Atomic Chess? I have no idea. But yeah, Swiss Stock Exchange. Take care, Tess. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. You can see me waving in the profile picture. Hello. Have a good evening to you. It's never good news for an exchange to deal with technical issues that hit the ability to exchange. The time it takes to go back to business will determine the gravity of the reputational risk, but the lasting impact should remain limited. Things like this happen everywhere. Is this true? Is this true? You like this scene. Thank you, Tichi. Because I can wave in my profile picture? There's going to be other stuff happening here soon. In Switzerland, trading on Wednesday wasn't initially affected by the glitch, but SIX was required to halt trading due to regulations regarding the equal treatment of market participants. They initially aimed to resume trading at 11:30, but they scrapped that. The cause of the outage is still being analyzed.
Intel inside.
You look like a hobbit waving from inside your house. What an analogy. What an analogy. Can't change the background anymore, it's locked. We're just gonna make chair background. How about that? We're just gonna make chair background, and then you can't have any clowns. Okay? Just a chair. Just an empty chair. No problem. Wow. So, big outage. Not nice. Let's talk about the thing that everyone is talking about today, which is the Apple TV promotion in every single person's Twitch chat. So as I said many times, this is now a TOS.GG segment, not sponsored. Just shouting out another creator. Lots of cool charts. However, where is it? Here we go. Twitch's Apple TV Plus promotion hasn't gone very well technically. I think that's probably an underestimate. Users initially did not get their codes, which has now been fixed. Twitch also broke its don't show again option. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you try and dismiss it in chat, it doesn't work. FFZ has a fix. Alternatively, creators can turn off the promotion on their stream by disabling drops. However, let's talk about this because why has Twitch decided to display this promotion on all channels? So as you know, there are 3 types of channels on Twitch. Okay? There are community channels. That's us. Okay? There are affiliate channels. That used to be us. And there are partners. Like White Panther. Now the thing is that in order to benefit from the Apple TV Plus promotion, you need to be able to subscribe. Guess what channels have subscriptions? These 2 have monetization. But we do not have monetization. And the vast majority, it would surprise you, but the vast majority of streamers are not monetized. If you want to make a chart, it's probably like this. Okay? This is what it probably looks like. And yet, Twitch has decided all channels get this promotion. Every single channel gets this promotion. Why? Why do you think that is, chat? I can tell you the answer because there's only one answer, and it's not a mistake. It is exactly right, B7H30, what you've said. Apple is paying for something called ad impressions. Twitch has sold Apple a certain amount of ad impressions. Now, in order to get to that amount of ad impressions, if your traffic is minus 10-12% year on year, which it is on Twitch right now, of what you expect it to be, you expect the traffic to be higher, well then what do? You go activate that everywhere. That's right, B7H30. It's hostile. It is, Cypher. It's even, I would argue, it's predatory. I would even use that word. I would actually say that Twitch is acting predatory in this situation because community channels are not monetized. And some of those community channels are not monetized by choice. Like we had an example earlier of Captain Coder, my channel. There are many, many other community channels that meet the criteria for affiliate, but do not have affiliate contracts because they simply do not want advertising on their channel. And yet, another example of Twitch laying down the line and saying, we don't care about streamers, we care about money.
Like and subscribe. Bye!
Yeah. The subtle message is, if you want the promotion, go somewhere else and subscribe. And that's basically the end result, is that people leave this channel. Like Finite. Finite's leaving now. I'm leaving this channel. You lost me. Your chat said I get free Apple TV Plus. It's a lie. See? I can't even deliver on that promise. Most channels don't have monetization, but at the same time, most stream watchers aren't there. That's true. That's true. The viewership distribution is like completely skewed to the higher level channels. Yes. But you're forgetting Forex. There's an exception to that. There's an exception to that rule. Do you know a very famous creator, Forex, who has an unmonetized channel? It's been very, very public, very, very public, talked about, very publicly talked about in recent weeks, months. There is a very, very large creator, I'm not going to name them, there's a very large creator who has an unmonetized channel, and they have only been streaming on this channel to 20, 30,000 people. How do you think Twitch feels about that? That they can't run ads there? Is this the beginning of Twitch's, let's say, crackdown on community channel saga? Are we going to be forced to go back to affiliate and have ads? Because at some point, Twitch is likely to maybe just put ads on community channels too. And even worse, we might not even control those ads. We might not be able to say, run an ad every 60 minutes anymore. They might actually just run them whenever they feel like. Pre-roll, mid-roll, end roll, I don't know what, you know? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, but that would be, in my opinion, if Twitch does that move, they've signed their death note, in my opinion. If Twitch does something that compromises the creator's ability to decide how to monetize their content and how to show their content on stream, that's the end of it for that platform. That's the end of it. I really believe that. Yes, and that's the thing, Forex. Asmund running a second channel without ads on it is several million. Now multiply that times the 70-80% of streams that don't have viewership, but Twitch needs to pay for those servers. Okay? Twitch still needs to pay ingestion costs. They're not delivering any content out to anyone because they have 0 viewers, but Twitch still needs to pay those costs. So there is a crunch happening. Of course there's a crunch happening. And yeah, actually, TG, you bring up a good point about legal. I'm not sure how legal it is to advertise something that you cannot actually buy. Like on my channel, advertising Apple TV with a subscription when you can't subscribe, that might be a little bit not so consumer friendly. I don't know. I'm not sure what the legal standing is on that. In any case, let's talk about our last article for today, the random pick. And as I have promised you, it's a good one. We are talking about how Japan has banned rideable luggage. That's right, riders of motorized luggage require safety equipment and a driver's license, which effectively constitutes a ban because no one is going to bring safety equipment and a driver's license for these vehicles, okay? As record numbers of tourists flock to Japan to take advantage of the weakness of the Japanese yen, which, let's not talk about that today, some are running into trouble with authorities. 2 major Japanese airports have already asked travelers not to ride motorized suitcases within their facilities, while police are urging domestic retailers to warn customers of the strict laws. So they're powered by lithium-ion batteries. They've become more common, and they're also being popularized by celebrities like Paris Hilton, although I would argue that Paris Hilton is maybe not a good reference. You cannot take a motorized trunk. According to Kyoto, Japan currently classifies electric suitcases as motorized vehicles that can be ridden on roads only with the required safety equipment and a driver's license. So in June, a Chinese woman in her 30s studying in Japan was referred to prosecutors for driving without a license after she allegedly rode a 3-wheeled suitcase on a sidewalk in Osaka on the 31st of March. Under Japan's traffic laws, the woman's suitcase, which can travel up to 13 kilometers an hour, is categorized as a motorized bicycle. The police reiterated to the public in June that licenses are required for such mobile luggage. In July, a boy from Indonesia rode a motorized suitcase past pedestrians in a street, according to Kyoto, which his family said was surprised to learn a driver's license was mandatory, blah blah blah. Japan has struggled to deal with new forms of transportation lately. Traffic violations involving electric scooters surged 4-fold in 6 months after restrictions were eased in July 2023. The loosened regulations allow for people over age 16 to ride them without a driver's license. So yeah, you're not allowed to ride your luggage into major Japanese airports anymore. From a different perspective, what you mentioned before, consumer society, people putting themselves in debt for things they can't afford, the peer pressure. Yes, exactly, TG. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. What's Jerry up to? He's chilling. So, that is it for today, chat. We got it. We got to the end. We did it. We talked about all the things that we wanted to talk about. Now the question is, what are you going to do for the rest of your night? What are you going to do for the rest of your day? What do you have planned for the rest of your day, week? Most importantly, are you going to be here on Friday when we do some cool data analysis and SQL stuff, which I'm not going to reveal too much more about right now yet. I'm going to continue working on a super secret project. Ooh, finite. That sounds fun. That sounds very cool. I'm going to go make a LinkedIn post, probably, to capitalize on the success that I've had with my recent LinkedIn post. If you're not aware, I have officially gone viral. SQL mentioned, if only I had an emote to encapsulate my excitement. Because I'm shaking. You mean like the drop SQL emote? Are you saying you want me to make it a follow emote? Is that what you're saying? What are the follow emotes? Are you going to quote yourself on LinkedIn again? No, I am not. But I have officially gone viral, chat. It's happened. Let me share this with you because it is absurd. I posted this meme, the meme of the day from last week. And holy moly, chat. Holy moly, chat. $100,000 impressions. Like, actually insane. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I really cannot. It's insane. What's even better, and I cannot tell you, this is my meme. This is my meme. I made this meme. I retain copyright to it. I didn't tell people that I know the guy in the picture, though. I didn't say that. What's really crazy about this is that somebody wrote me a LinkedIn message, a VP of marketing from a very large data company wrote me saying, this was an excellent post. And I replied saying, thank you so much. Do you know that I also do live streams? Maybe we could collaborate together. And they loved that idea. So I may have actually sold a sponsored stream from posting a meme. Which honestly, like, if that actually happened, that's just unheard of in my world. In my world, that's absolutely unheard of. And it's great because that platform, what I'm envisioning is not an Excel sponsorship. No.
It's Microsoft
No,
Excel.
it's not Excel. It's not Excel. But it's really great because that platform is a really, really good fit for what we do here. Like, I can't believe it still, how good a fit it is. It's just incredibly, incredibly perfect. It's so perfect. Yeah, no, it's really great. It's really, really cool. So let's see what happens. I got some other stuff in the works as well. Very interesting stuff happening both here and off the channel. No Google Sheets sponsorship. I don't think I'll ever be sponsored by Google. But yeah. Let's wrap up for today, chat. Thank you very much to everyone who joined. Sheets.new indeed. Microsoft Access. We are, of course, going to go raid Irish John Games, doing his partner push. Remember, we don't count as viewers if we come from the raid. But I want you to stay lurked in his stream for as long as possible, okay? Thank you again for the follows today. I'll see you all on Friday, I hope, okay? And enjoy Irish John. Super fun guy. I hope you all have a great week. Remove the Raider tag. Yeah, just reload. You can double click Irish John's his username to remove the Raider tag from the URL. It doesn't do anything. Like, I've confirmed it with a Twitch staffer that says that it doesn't do anything. They still know who comes from a raid and who doesn't. What you should all do right now is actually already open his stream before the raid. That's what we should be doing, is actually, oh, this is even better idea. Go to his stream now. Yeah, it's completely fake. It's not real information. I've confirmed it with a staffer. Like, Twitch has the technology and analytics to know if someone actually comes from a raid or not. And how they do that attribution is very, it's very complex. And it's very easy for them to do. But if you open the stream before the raid, maybe there's a chance. So, see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.